Okay, so let's continue our discussion on the torsion, wherein we're going to discuss now longitudinal shearing stress. Okay, so this topic is synonymous to the shearing stresses or longitudinal shearing stresses we've already discussed, no, from way back. So medyo hawig ito, no. So but the concept of this longitudinal shearing stress combines with torsion. So, kaya under siya ng discussion natin ng torsion. Okay? So, let's have this discussion. So, in longitudinal stress, no, we follow this concept. Okay? So, as you look on your right side of your screen, okay? So, we have the summation of moment, okay? GH, and so we have this equation is as you see. Then canceling out the common product which is r d theta dr dx. So that is in relation to the torsional figure 3.8 with equivalence of longitudinal torsional shearing stress. So mapapansin nyo, pag kumuha tayo ng strip doon sa element natin, okay, doon sa may torsion, no, figure A, and then getting that strip at which is reflected in figure B. So somehow similar, no? And then we noticed na since meron silang common product, so we could say that shearing stress prime is equal to the shearing stress. Okay? So yun yung basic concept ng longitudinal shearing stress. Okay? And then let's move with torsion of thin-walled tubes, shear flow. Okay? So on this topic, so as you look on the figure, no, 3.9, so we see that there's a resultant longitudinal stresses which is equal to F sub 1. Actually, we're looking at the figure B, no? So F sub 1, okay, of course, it is equal to F sub 2, no? In this case, ano yan? So they are opposing forces, no? But they are flowing on the side of the tube wherein nandun sa kanyang shear flow or shear path. Okay? So resultant longitudinal stress equal to Q sub 1 delta L. Okay? So considering that longitudinal equilibrium, Q sub 1 is equal to Q sub 2 since iisa lang yung kanilang shear flow. Okay? So then let's have summation of the torque capacity. No, looking at figure A in conjunction with figure C. And so we will see that torque is equal to 2 times area times Q, wherein yung ating average shearing stress equals to Q over T or equal to T over torque over 2A times the thickness. Okay? So yun yung ating uh, torsion of thin wall tubes or shear flow. Just like I've said, similar, no? So, do sa ating napag-usapan before. But, for us to really understand, no? Or for us to really grasp the concept, let's answer this example. A torque of 600 Newton meter is applied to the rectangular section shown in the figure. So, may tayo rectangular section yan shown. So, they are measured, yung 80 and 30 mm nila are measured center to center. Okay, that's the consideration, no? Measuring center to center. Kumbaga, ang analysis, basta sinukat ko siya, no, sa gitna para average na kasi meron pang thickness eh, di ba? So, it states here that determine the thickness or the wall thickness so as not to exceed the shear stress of 80 megapascal. So, remember our discussion on limiting stresses. So, ganito ulit siya, no? Same concept with what we've discussed way back, no? So, meron tayong limiting shear stresses na 80 megapascals. So, hanggang dyan lang daw. And second, what is the shear stress in the short sides? Yan, neglect stress, concentration at the corners. Okay? So, ayan yung ating illustration. So, for us to answer that, sige, yan, ilagay natin dito sa upper right corner. So, first, let's look at the illustration and let's answer the first question. Dahil ang unang tanong sa atin is to compute for the wall thickness. Yan. Wall thickness. Okay. Let's compute for the wall thickness. For the wall thickness, we're going to use the formula, no? As I said earlier, tau is equal to T over 2A times T. Now, ano yung mga elements na yan? So, T is the torque, okay? Torque value. So, A, the area of the section, okay? Area of the section. And then, T, wall thickness. Okay? So, ito yung mga gagamitin natin. Okay? So, from our problem, okay, our torque value is 600 Newton meter. So, let's jot it down. 600 and 600 Newton meter. Okay? So, our area of the sections is 30 by 80. So, 30 by 80, this is millimeter squared. Okay. And then wall thickness, ito yung ating unknown. So, it's up to us what measurement or what unit are we going to find. So, in this case, let's find it in millimeters because yung dimension naman natin ay naka-millimeter. So, if that's the case, we have to convert this torque value in Newton millimeter. That is 600 times 10 cube Newton millimeter. Question, what is the shear stress? It's stated in the problem. We have a limiting shear stress of 80 megapascal. So, shear stress is 80 megapascal or it is simply 80 Newton per square millimeter. Well, substituting that from that equation, so dito na lang, this is 600 times 10 cube, yan, over 2 times 30 by 80 by thickness is equal to 80. So, simplifying, so therefore, magkakaroon tayo ng thickness na equal sa 1.56 mm or 5625, not to be exact, 1.5625 millimeters. Ayan na. That's our thickness. Ito. Ito yung ating na-solve na value ng thickness. 1.5625 millimeter. Masyado manipis, no? Maybe because the stress is limited only to that stress, no? Of course, kapag mas mataas ang shear stress, mas mataas yung section or area covered ng ating stresses. Okay? Kung saan nag-flow yung ating shear. Okay? So, that's our answer, no? 1.5625. Okay? So, now, next question, sagutin naman natin, what is the shear stress in the short sides? Okay? Sige, sagutan natin. What is the shear stress in the short side? So, copy natin tong illustration na to. Yan. Okay. Ano daw ang shear stress sa short side? Okay. So, that is our next question. Shear stress at the short side. Yan. Shear stress at the short side. So, we know from our torque formula, torque is equal to 2 times area times Q. Q is uniformly distributed force or yung ating shear force or shear flow, no? Kung saan nagpo-flow yung ating shear, no? So, that is in terms of a uniformly distributed load, yung ating Q. So, to compute for the shear stress in the short side, we have to use the formula tau is equal to Q over T. Ibig sabihin, makakompute natin yung Q. Ano nga yung ating torque? Our torque is 600 times 10 cube. Take note, this is in Newton millimeter is equal to 2 times 30 times 80. Yan. This is in millimeter squared times Q. So therefore, our Q is 125 Newton per millimeter. So to compute for the shear stress is equal to Q over T. That is 125 Newton per millimeter over yung thickness natin. Wall thickness is 1.5625 millimeter. So therefore, our shear stress is equal to 80 megapascal or 80 Newton per square millimeter. Okay? So that's the answer to our problem. Okay? So the same thing, kung magbabago man yung area, so madali lang kasi we know how to compute for the area kahit magbago yung shape, maging trapezoid pa yan, okay? Maging circular, maging oblique, no? Maging ellipse, and any shape. Okay? Kasi we know that from our geometry classes. Okay? So now, let's move to another topic under torsion, which is helical spring. Okay? So the concept of helical spring comes from calculus. No? If we go back to our mathematics, no, it's called oscillation. Ibig sabihin, pabalik-balik. Okay? Spring. Okay? So, in helical spring, we have this symbols that we use now to this discussion. So, P in helical springs, the actual load on the spring. R is the spring circle radius. Take note na nababago-bago yung mga notation natin from time to time kasi we are using same letters but different symbols or different corresponding concepts. Now, we are dealing now with the helical spring. Okay? As I continue, the spring circle diameter. Di ba nalala nyo kanina dun sa DNR, those are the concentric bolts. Okay? Sa torsion, ito naman helical spring na. Okay? D, maliit na D, wire diameter. Kanina sa flash bolt couplings, ito yung ating yung D na maliit, it symbolizes naman yung ating diameter. Pero dito sa helical spring, wire diameter na siya. Okay? M is the ratio of the mean diameter of the spring to the diameter of the wire. And the number of turns of the wire. Tau is the shearing stress on the wire, G modulus of rigidity, and J is the polar moment of inertia. Okay? So that is the concept of helical spring. Now, let's move to the formulas involving helical spring. O ito, hindi na natin ito i-derive. No? I will just give it to you directly. No? Just like I've discussed kanina, or should I say on the first part of the discussion on the torsion, okay, we are dealing with formulas na nakalagay na dito at hindi na natin siya i-derive or babaguhin. Okay? Maximum value of torsional shearing stress is kung ganito ang setup natin katulad ng nakikita nyo sa right side ng inyong presentation. So, tau sub 1 is equal to tau sub 1 plus tau sub 2 is equal to the total shearing stress. Okay? Now, if we are dealing with the P, the load P together with the rotation, ibig sabihin nakikita nyo dyan sa free body diagram or even the magnified view no, ng ating cross section, pwede sabihin that tau sub 1 is 4P over pi d squared. Okay? And tau sub 2 is 16 PR over pi d cube. Saan galing to? Dun sa kaninang concept natin ng torsion. Kaya, under to ng torsion. Okay? Therefore, yung ating tau is equal to 16 PR over pi d cube quantity multiplied by quantity 1 plus d over 4r. Okay? Yung equations na to, galing to doon. Ano ito? Itong P over A, tatandaan ba ninyo to? This is P over A, and this is 16, yan, T, yan, over pi d cube. Yan. Kung natatandaan nyo, no? So, yan. No? Yan yung ating, yan yung ating equation. So, pares lang yan. Ito din yan. So, ginawa natin siya sa helical spring. Okay? Kaya nga, mapansin nyo, under ng torsion topic ang helical spring. Okay? Where tau sub 1 is the direct shearing stress uniformly distributed over the spring section and creating a resisting load of P sub 1 that passes through the centroid of the section and 1,000 to the torsional shearing stress produced by twisting couple T is equal to PR. Okay? Ayun yun. No? Kaya kanina, pinag-uusapan natin to or from the previous topic, pinag-uusapan natin that T is equal to PR. Tapos meron pa siyang N. Okay? Depende kasi sa bilang, di ba? Ng ating bolts. So, let's continue. So, RAM Wall developed the formula considers the initial curvature of the spring wire. So, galing pa rin yan dito. No? Ito yung kanyang pinanggalingan. Na mas naging specific siya in consideration yun sa curvature ng spring wire. Okay? So, sa kanya, yung heavy spring na maximum shear stress is equal to 16 PR over pi d cube, familiar. Okay? Pero, imbis na 1 plus d over 4r, ang ginamit niya ay 4m minus 1 over 4m minus 4 plus 0.615 over m. Okay? And for light spring, heavy spring yun for light spring where the ratio m is large, tau is equal to 16 PR over pi d cube 1 plus 0.5 m. Okay? So, yun yung ating consideration. Okay? So, pag sinabing heavy spring, light spring, ito yung gagamitin natin. Okay? So, yan yung ating formula. So, now, let's look at this one. No? So, by similarity of triangles, if we're going to look at the spring sa inyong right side, no? AE over AD, yan, is equal to BC over AB. So, nakagawa ng triangle dun sa spring. Ayun, no, yung nakikita nyo ba? Yung parang naka-slant. Okay? So, this deflection or yan, differential ng deflection is equal to RD theta. Okay? Applying daw yung equation 3.1. Okay? So, yun yung sa umpisang-umpisa natin na equation that is PR is equal to RPRDL over JG. Nalala niya sa angle of twist. Okay? So, integrating both sides, yan, lalabas na the deflection is PR to the fourth over L times JG. And then replacing L by 2 pi Rn. Okay? So, lalabas na yung deflection natin sa ating helical spring is 64 PR cube N over GD to the fourth. Okay? Considering deflection caused by direct shear, so deflection is PL over AS times G or P 2 pi Rn over pi d squared over 4 times G or 8 PRN over GD squared. Okay? So, para ma-apply natin lahat ng yun, no, yung mga formulas na binabanggit natin, let's answer this problem. So, determine the maximum shearing stress and elongation in a helical spring composed of 20 turns of 20 millimeter diameter. Okay? Wire on the mean radius of 90 millimeter when the spring is supporting a load of 1.5 kilonewton. Use equation 3.10. Yung 3.10 na sinasabing equation niya dito ay yung ating equation ng heavy spring. Okay? So, lalagay natin. So, that equation 3.10, okay? So, yung pinapertain niya dito na equation is use heavy spring equation. So, kaya dapat specific yung problem. No? Kaya yan, binefine natin. Ano yung 3.10 na yan? That is for the heavy spring equation. So, notation lang to dun sa pinanggalingang handout na tong lecture natin. Okay? So, use heavy spring equation. Anong ulit yung heavy spring equation? Balikan natin. Yan. So, sabi dito, ito yon, no? Tau is equal to 16 PR over pi d cube multiplied by 4m minus 1 over 4m minus 4 plus 0.615 over m. So, ano nga ulit yung m? M is the, ayan, nakalagay dito sa ating umpisang-umpisa, ratio of the mean diameter of the spring to the diameter of the wire. Okay? So, yun yung ating, ayan, yun yung ating M. Okay? So, balik tayo sa problem. Ayan. So, ayan yung ating problem. Okay? So, mean, ayan. M is ratio of the mean diameter of the spring over to the diameter of the wire. Okay? So, now, let's have our problem solved. No? Sagutan natin. So, anong ulit yung formula? So, para dito sa equation na to, tau is equal to 16 PR over pi d cube. Tandaan nyo to kasi ito lagi yung pisa eh. No? Depende na lang kung ano yung gamit. So, in this case, heavy spring. 4m minus 1 over 4m minus 4 plus 0.615 over m. Yan. So, baka may mnemonics kayo dyan, no? Apat na, ano ba ito? Logarithma. Parang gano'n, no? So, may mga ganong klase ng mnemonics. Pero ako, hindi kasi ako sanay na mag-mnemonics ng sobrang haba. I will just memorize it, no? Tsatsagayin ko na lang. Okay? Pero if you have any way to memorize it, just like having mnemonics or kwento-kwento, diba? So, you could do that also. Okay? So, now let's answer this problem. So, ang sabi sa atin, so first, let's compute for the unang pinapanap sa atin, maximum shearing stress. Maximum shearing stress sa ating helical spring using the heavy spring equation. So, therefore, ang pinapagamit sa atin, heavy spring equation, so, ang consideration, heavy spring, or kailangan banggitin siya. Okay? So, tau is equal to yung may m mahaba. So, computin muna natin yung m. Ano nga ba yung value ng m? Ano sabi daw sabi sa m? Ulitin nga natin. M is the ratio of the mean diameter of the spring to the diameter of the wire. Lagay natin dito. Mean diameter of the spring to the diameter of the wire. Yeah. Diameter of the wire. So, yan. So, ano ba ang M? So, ano bang binanggit sa problem? So, M, meron daw tayong diameter daw ng spring natin. Yan. A mean radius of 90 mm. Diameter eh. So, that is 2 times 90 mm. Kasi ang binanggit, radius. Ano ang diameter of the wire? Diameter of the wire as per problem is 20 millimeter. Ayan. Diameter wire. Okay? So, times 20 millimeter. So, ang ating M is equal to yan, 9. Okay? So, applying yung ating formula na tau is equal to 16 PR over pi d cube, okay, multiplied by, this is 4m minus 1 over 4m minus 4 plus 0.615 over m. Yan. So, tau is equal to, ano yung P? So, P from this problem, so, makikita natin dito na meron daw tayong supporting load na 1.5 kilonewton. So, isaysay natin. Let's jot it down. So, P natin is 1.5 kilonewton. Kaso, we are going to deal with millimeters. So, gawin na natin itong newton. Pwede naman, 1,500 newton. Ano pa? Yung ating R is 90 millimeter. Ayan, nakalagay, spring. Mean radius na spring. So, diameter natin, diameter as stated is 20 millimeter diameter ng wire. Ano pa? So, yung ating M na compute natin na 9. So, substitute natin lahat. This is 16 times 1,500. Ay, sobrang. 0. Times 9. Sorry. Times 20 or 90 pala. 90 mm over pi times 20 cube. Yan. Multiplied by 4 times 9 minus 1 over 4 times 9 minus 4 plus 0.615 over 9. So therefore, our maximum shearing stress na naka-heavy spring is 99.874 megapascal or Newton per square millimeter. Okay? So that is our first answer dun sa ating problem. Next, ano ba yung susunod na pinapahanap? Pinapahanap sa atin is, pinapahanap din sa atin is the elongation. So check na tayo dito sa shearing stress. Now, let's go to this part which is yung elongation. Okay? So next, Let's compute for the elongation of the spring. Yan, of the spring. So, balikan natin yung discussion natin ng elongation. Ayan, dito. Ayan. Sabi sa atin, ang elongation daw ng spring ay ito. Yan. May binanggit bang consideration ng direct shear? Wala. 'Di ba? Walang binanggit. So, ibig sabihin, ang ating solution ay using this 64 PR cube N over GD to the fourth. Okay, yun ang ating yun ang ating formula. Okay? Yun ang ating susundin. Yan. So, if that's the case, edi, isolve na natin yung ating elongation. So, the elongation is, deflection or elongation is 64 PR cube N over GD to the fourth. Yeah. Ano nga ulit to? N is the number of turns of the wire. Basahin natin dito. May sinabi ba? The helical spring composed of 20 turns. So, sulat na natin. N is equal to 20. So, kompleto na. Masasolve na natin yung ating equation. So, elongation is equal to 64. Yung P natin is 1,500 Newton. O, lagyan natin unit. Times R na 90 mm cube. Multiplied by 20 turns over G. Binigay ba sa atin yung modulus of rigidity? Eto. 83 gigapascal. Ngayon, kung gumagamit tayo ng Newton at millimeter, kailangan gawin natin to in terms of Newton and millimeter. That is 83 times 10 cube megapascal or Newton per square millimeter times diameter ng wire na 20 millimeters to the fourth. Kaya resulting unit natin dito, kung susundan ninyo yan, kasi may iwan na isang millimeter ay millimeter. So, the answer is 105.40 millimeter. Okay? That is the elongation of the wire. Okay? So, that's it for our example problem number 10. Okay? So, direct formula lang lahat, no? Kailangan maging specific nga, pwedeng light spring, heavy spring. So, babanggitin, no? Kailangan banggitin siya. Okay? So, let's have our next problem. A helical spring. Ayan. A helical spring is fabricated by wrapping 3/4 inch in diameter around forming cylinder 8 inch in diameter. Compute the turns, number of turns required to permit an elongation of form without exceeding a shear stress of 18 KSI. Use equation 3.9. Oh, yan 3.9 na yan kasi hindi ko nilagyan ng number. Eto yan. Yung equation 3.9 na sinasabi ay eto. Eto yan, no? Maximum value of torsional shearing stress. Okay? So, kailangan banggitin siya, no? Kailangan banggitin. Ngayon, since ngayon ganito ang ano natin, ganito ang ating batayan, no? Pag walang sinabi na klase ng spring, automatic ito yung gagamitin. Halimbawa, hindi binanggit na heavy spring or light spring. Malamang sa malamang, ito yung maximum shearing stress equation. Galing doon sa torsion formulas. Okay? Naalala pa ba yun? Ayan yun. Okay? So, yan yung ating gagamitin. Now, if hindi siya binanggit at binanggit na, if binanggit pala na heavy spring or light spring, alin lang sa dalawa dito by RAM wall or RAM wall yung ating equation. Okay? And of course, dun sa deflection or what we call elongation, if hindi sinabi yung direct shear, okay? If may caused by the direct shear, etong term na to, no? Caused by direct shear, pag hindi yan binanggit, ito ang gagamitin. Pero pag binanggit, malamang, ito ang gagamitin. Okay? So, dito sa problem na to, para malinaw tayo, no? Ang consideration ay hindi siya heavy spring din rin light spring. Kaya sinabing equation dyan, equation 3.9. Yung equation 3.9 na yan ay eto. Yung tau is equal to 16 PR over pi d cube. O di ba familiar? May iba lang eto. 1 plus d over 4r. Okay? So, yan yung ating gagamitin sa problem. Okay? Yan. So, kapag binanggit na consider light spring, mababago yon, no? Kung yun yung light spring equation. Pero if not, at walang binanggit na kahit na ano, ito yung general formula natin. This is the general formula for the maximum shearing stress. Okay? Ito, general formula for maximum shearing stress sa helical spring. Okay? So, ito yung ating pagbabasihan. Okay? So, ngayon, isa-isayin natin. Isulat natin yung mga given. Ano-ano ba yung mga given sa atin? So, wrapping wire 3/4 inch in diameter. I think this is the diameter of the wire, maliit na D. So, 3/4 inch or 0.75. Ano pa? Forming a cylinder 8 inch in diameter. Ano yung 8 inch in diameter na cylinder? Is that the diameter of the spring? So, that is 8 inches. Ano pa? Number of turns, yun ang hinahanap. So, an elongation or elongation daw niya 4 inches. Yan. Without exceed the shearing stress, o meron binigay. Shearing stress daw na 18 KSI. So, G niya is 12 times 10 raised to 6 PSI. At ang pinapahanap sa atin ay number of turns. Yun lang ang pinapahanap, no? Pero, bago natin makompute yung number of turns, kailangan natin computein ang P. Bakit? Kasi, dyan sa problem na yan, may dalawa tayong standing formula na gagamitin. Una, yung general formula natin, na nabanggit ko na, eto, no, na tau is equal to 16 PR over pi d cube multiplied by 1 plus d over 4r, at etong formula ng elongation, that is 64 PR cube n over GD to the fourth. Yan. So, para ma-compute natin yung number of turns, di ba dito manggagaling, no? Number of turns, this is the number of turns. Kailangan muna natin ang value ng P kasi siya ang wala dito. Yung R meron, yung G meron, yung D meron. Yung deformation or elongation meron na rin. So P lang ang wala. Saan manggagaling? Dito. Sa formula natin na tau is equal to 16 PR over pi d cube multiplied by 1 plus d over 4r. Okay? So substituting, that is 16 times P. Anong ulit yung P natin? P natin is wala. So, yan. Times radius, binigay ata diameter. 8 inches, so 4 inches. So 4 multiply over pi times d. Ano yung d natin? That is 3/4 or 0.75 inch squared. So 0.75 yan, squared. Multiplied by 1 plus 0.75 over 4 times 4. Yan. So yung ating shear stress, yung ating shear stress is limited to 18 KSI. Yan, 18 KSI or 18,000 pounds per square inch kasi naka-square inch tayo. So, P is equal to in pounds, that is 356.0667 pounds. Ito yung ating P. Now, to compute for the deflection or elongation, that is 64 PR cube n over GD to the fourth. So this is limited lang daw into 4 inches. So 4 inches is equal to 64 times P. P natin at 356.067 pounds multiplied by R natin na 4 inch cube times the number of turns unknown over G. G natin is 12 times 10 raised to 6 pounds per square inch. Okay? times 0.75 inch to the fourth. So yung ating number of turns is equal to 10.41 turns, or para malimit natin kasi naka-numerator ito. So, yan na yun, no? 10.41 turns. Yan na yung sagot. Na specific siya. Hindi siya yung parang whole number. Hindi. Yan na yun. Okay? Kasi pwede ka naman mag 0.41 turn kasi ikot naman yun. Naka-ratio. Okay? So, that's it for our helical spring. And that ends our discussion on torsion.